Has this ever happened to you? You pull the perfect card for the perfect situation, throw it down on your opponent with full confidence that you're about to score, and then they just trap you out and make it worthless. Oh, so then you trap them out and try to come back. Oh, but then they trap you again. And it's a lot of stress, it's a lot of headache, and oh, I love it. I love all those counter plays and reverse counter plays and that, ooh, I got you, no, too bad. But that's not for everyone. If you're one of the people who kind of get frustrated by traps and really don't like your opponents messing with your strategies, well, then Viz is the character for you. So we're going to go over Viz, some of her basic gameplay strategies, her strengths and weaknesses. Viz's claim to fame, though, is that she is the no-nonsense, hit-'em hard, anti-trap character. So let's actually start by looking at her special abilities. That's really what makes Viz so special. Like old Notra, she has a one-of-a-kind special curse power, and her curse of intention actually allows her to peek into someone's soul to see what their intentions are, to know the deepest truths of their soul. She's basically a human lie detector. Well, a Notra lie detector. In game, though, what this means, you can't trick her. She is completely trap proof. Anything that Viz plays stays played. So if you throw down a powerful attack that you know is going to one-shot your opponent, well, guess what? They can't trap you. They can't stop it. That thing is going to go through. Now, the downside with this is it is actually a two-way street. Yes, everything Viz plays is trap-proof, but also she can't play traps. Yeah, that is painful. So that's really kind of her greatest strength and her greatest weakness all in one. I mean, there's a lot of really nice traps out there that she just plain can't play. She's going to completely miss out on all traps. But then again, she has that nice trade-off that even though she can't trap and play counter strategies herself, well, her opponents can't counter what she's doing either. And if that weren't bad enough, let's take a look at Viz's special attack, Visor Beam. Again, no nonsense, but whoa, do you see that? Hit 6. Viz's attack is currently the strongest attack that any champion has in Galatune. Yeah, it doesn't have any kind of special effects along with that, which is a bummer because typically speaking, the powers that come with a champion are really unique and not something you're going to find in the deck. Viz, on the other hand, trades off all that manipulation and high-end strategy for just a simple, hey, let's hit them really hard. You'll also notice that Viz's Visor Beam is a tech energy action, which could throw some players off because Viz is actually a mystic type champion. See, the body type of your champion doesn't necessarily line up with your champion's fighting style, so that Visor Beam of hers can throw people off and give her a great advantage against nature type champions. Taking a look at Viz's stats, 7 health, 9 AP. So 9 AP is pretty good. She'll come into the battle with a decent card draw, which is good because, again, if she happens to draw any traps, yeah, they're not really any good for her. But let's see, 7 health. It's not terrible, but it is on the low end, so she's one of the squishier players out of the gate. So she really kind of hits hard, hits simple, and can't be countered that easily. But if people go straight in for her, she also can't count other people. So if you're trying to counter a Viz, usually your best option is to just go on a straight offensive run, knowing that she can't trap you. At best, she can block you or she can heal out. But a talented Viz player isn't going to focus too much on defense anyway. They'll tend to focus on scoring and scoring quickly before the opponents can get wise to what she's up to. And in the meantime, your best counter strategy is to give her a dose of her own medicine. If she's coming out with an all-out onslaught, you do the same right back at her. Now, here's another tip I like to give Viz players. Some people will be disappointed that if you're Viz, you might get unlucky and draw a big handful of traps. It's like, great, well, now I can't do anything. Actually, it's not that bad if Viz draws traps because, think about it. Viz can function sort of like a trap vault. If Viz has traps in her hand, she's keeping these cards away from other players. She's hoarding them for herself. True, she can't play the traps, but neither can your opponents if you're the one who holds them. And yes, she is trap proof, so it wouldn't be that bad if your opponents had the traps against you. But remember, Galatune is a free-for-all game. So if you have traps, that's preventing your opponents from trapping each other, which helps open up not just you, but the entire board for scoring. Also, even though you might get unlucky with a big draw of traps, don't forget Viz's Visor Beam. Yes, it's simple, but that thing hurts. So you know that you always have a reliable offense. Viz is trap proof, but there is a single trap in the game that can trap Viz. Divine Annul. So Divine Annul is currently the strongest trap in the game. It can be used to trap anything, including the untrappable. So you could actually use Divine Annul to trap out something that Notre Viz plays, regardless of her trap proof ability. And it gets worse. It's a little funny. So, yeah, if you read through that card, you see that it can trap the trap proof, but that doesn't mean it enables Viz to play traps. Do you follow me? In other words, Divine Annul is the only trap that can trap Viz, but if Viz gets it, she still can't play it because she's not allowed to play traps. So yeah, that's a really painful double whammy. This card is useless in her hands, and in someone else's hands, they can use it against her. So at best, if you do draw Divine Annul, you can't use it, but hey, you really want to make sure that you're trap vault. You really want to hold on to this one and make sure your opponents don't steal it from you, because this is the only trap that someone can leverage against Viz. Well, anyway, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and let us know in the comments if you enjoyed what you see here, and let us know if you want us to cover your favorite character next or anything else you want to see here. And as always, if you want to help support our channel, take a look at Galatune.com and check out our G3 program. All right, thanks everyone.